Falling into Delusion Field!
Na your cheering lines up perfectly with Suna's beat. Maybe next time you could join Suna for my vocal class?
So you're the vocal coach for Angels of Delusion. I'm definitely sneaking into one of your lessons.
Always welcome. So, what about the other manager? What do you think of Suna's song?
I may not know much about music, but from what I've heard so far, it filled me with hope. So, I'm sure it's a great one.
Thank you for saying that. But, manager, are you sure you're not good with music? Because honestly, my biggest dream is to write songs that bring hope.
Really? I'm honored to hear it.
Nice work, Suna. If you can talk like this while selling tickets, there's no way people won't buy them.
Gong, I'm being sincere.
I can back that up. Suna said the same thing to me, so it looks like you really are her kindred spirit, manager.
All right, everyone loves Suna's song. And if we want more people to hear it, we should start thinking about the Gilded Carrot Day performance.
Suna just said that we'll need about 500,000 dennies to prepare for the show, right? If I'm not mistaken, the lottery ticket I bought is about to be drawn. And the top prize is something like 500,000 dennies. What if?
What if you happen to hit the jackpot? Then you'd have an extra 500,000 dennies in your account. But that doesn't help with our performance budget at all. Now, Gong, you fool! I know you've always been super lucky, but how can you still be bragging about it at a time like this?
Suna is right. I feel like Nangong meant she'd spend the winnings on the show, but Suna isn't picking up on the hint at all. It's okay. We've still got all the tickets. It's gonna take a while to sell all of them. But I just asked the Wishing Sprite. It recommended a holo commission to me, and the commission fee happens to be 500,000 dennies. The Wishing Sprite? Arya's mentioned that a few times. Totally sounds like the kind of fairy tale a little girl would believe in. Still, entering the hollow is no joke, and fairy tales won't save your skin from ethereals. I'd better dig deeper if I get the chance.
But that's your commission reward.
If I take the commission, Nangong and Suna can handle the prep work I was supposed to do. Then the reward should count as the whole group's funds, right? And when I'm back from the commission, you should be finished with the prep work, and we can all go out and sell tickets together. Doesn't that sound super reasonable?
That actually does make a lot of sense.
Arya, you just happened to get a 500,000 denny commission? Did the client say which holo you need to go to?
Let me see. It's pretty far. We're heading to Lemnian Hollow. Let's meet up in Phylum Heights tomorrow evening. I'll look up the route.
Aria, I want to go with you.
Huh?
I heard there's a shop called Yum Chasin in Phylum Heights. The desserts there are really unique. I want to try some.
Since when did you get this fixated on food? Weren't you worrying a few days ago that your face looked round on camera?
Aria, you think my face is too round, so you won't take me out for dessert.
No. You're the one who said that.
Poor Suna. Abandoned by Arya.
Nangong! Now is not the time to make things worse.
So are you taking me to Phylum Heights or not?
I never said I wouldn't take you. We've done simple holo commissions together before, haven't we? It's always best to have someone watching your back. I just thought, if we both go, all the ticket sale prep will end up on Nangong alone. Can she really manage it by herself?
Don't worry, I'll help out too.
Perfect. Suna and Arya take the commission while Miss Cecilia and I handle the show prep and tickets. When both sides are done, the three of us will head out together.
Yeah, some of the tickets need to be handed to our friends, and the rest we'll have to find a way to sell. Time seems pretty tight.
Since tomorrow's plans are all set, should we all get back to practice for today?
Okay!
Managers, there's something I need to ask you. Could you come with me for a moment? Managers, there's something I'd like to ask of you both.
There's no need to be polite, Ms. Cecilia. Just tell us what you need. Wise and I would be happy to help.
Right. It's just, when Belle and I say we don't know much about music, we're not being modest at all.
You two are being too humble. But what I want to talk about actually has nothing to do with music. It's about the wishing sprite Arya mentioned earlier. It seems to be some kind of a strange, intelligent entity. Ever since I met Angels of Delusion, Arya has often asked it for advice whenever something happens. Arya is very sincere and trusting by nature, so I worry she might put blind faith in that wishing sprite. But with the upcoming performance and some other matters, I haven't really been in a position to ask her about it.
When it comes to intelligent entities, Wise and I know our stuff. Just leave it to us. Another intelligent entity issue. Public security is investigating one too. What are the odds?
Great. Thank you so much. If you ever need anything, feel free to ask me for help. Sorry, I need to step away for a moment. I'll leave the wishing sprite to you two then. If you have other questions for me, we can talk later, all right?
Belle, maybe you should ask the angels about the wishing sprite. You are the one they're most comfortable opening up to. I can head back and discuss it with Fairy as well.
Wise. You just want to go home early because you were traveling from Wi-Fi this morning and then went out again this afternoon. Fine, you can head back first. Arya's right over there. Wait, maybe I shouldn't go straight to her. Better check with Nanggong and Suna first.
Those spectators we borrowed last time to fill the frame during filming.
You can't say that! Every Delulu is a precious listener to us!
If you go off-key on stage because you're too nervous, it'll only make our precious Delulus even more disappointed.
Oh, forget it. I'm going to ask Arya.
I'm afraid asking Arya won't help you much. She never goes off-key. Time for a confidential Angels of Delusion meeting. If you're not part of the group yet, you're not allowed to sneak over and eavesdrop.
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I wanted to ask about the commission. Does Aria chat with the wishing sprite often?
Oh, that's what you mean. I thought you were here to sign up to join Angels of Delusion. All right. I'll stop teasing you. Aria's connection with the wishing sprite, it goes back to when we were trainees at that agency, with Suna writing songs for us behind the scenes. Ever since then, whenever Aria ran into trouble, she would go to it for advice.
Oh, I remember. It was pretty reliable. Its advice always sounded a bit vague, but it did help Aria make several important decisions. Like... I don't know. That's something only Aria herself can talk about.
I thought it was just the client's ID, but now it sounds more like some kind of AI assistant? Have you guys ever asked it for advice?
Let me think. When was the last time the super confident, super amazing Nonggong ever humbly asked for advice? Or actually listened to someone else's opinion?
That would be when Miss Cecilia pointed out my pitch issues just now.
That one doesn't count!
Fine. I just find it a bit strange to ask some unfamiliar intelligent entity for advice on important matters. But Aria seems to get along really well with it. Miss Cecilia probably heard about that commission and worried Aria might trust the wishing sprite too blindly. So she asked you two to look into it, right?
Huh? No way. Then why wouldn't Miss Cecilia just ask Aria herself?
Because the two of them seem to be lacking mutual honesty. Unfortunately for the both of them, they forgot about Suna's virtue.
My virtue? I guess I am pretty honest.
Yup. If you ask me, I'd say that up to now, the wishing sprite has been a dependable guide for Aria. Like a friend who points her in the right direction.
But its taste in music is pretty mediocre.
Thanks once again for your honesty, Suna. If you're curious about the wishing sprite manager, you can ask Aria. She's always happy to tell people about that friend of hers. As for the commission, Aria and Suna may look small, but their teamwork is solid, and regular ethereals can't touch them. That's why I'm not worried.
I see. I think I understand now. Thanks for letting me know. I don't see Aria around. Did she go upstairs?
Audience, performance, Gilded Carrot Day. This is really important for Angels of Delusion. But the stage and the audience area, they're so close. Manager! Sorry, I was spacing out thinking about the performance. You know, it's our first time standing right in front of a live audience. You wanted to talk to me? Is there anything I can help you with?
No. It's just... You mentioned getting a commission from the wishing sprite, and I got a little curious. Hollows are dangerous places. Aria, are you sure this commission is legit?
Oh, so that's what you were worried about. I actually Suna, Nangong, and I often take on some simple hollow commissions. Since our page didn't get many views, and our album only sold a few copies, we had to find other ways to earn dennies if we wanted to keep making music.
And the Wishing Sprite's advice has always been reliable, so I'm sure we'll earn the commission fee smoothly this time as well.
Does it advise you a lot?
Yes, it does! The Wishing Sprite is a good friend, a gift new Eridu gave me. If you don't believe me, manager, listen to this. Wishing Sprite. I've got a chance to let all of New Eridu hear my singing, but I can't reveal my name.
What do you want New Eridu to hear more? Your name or your voice?
My voice, of course.
Then there's nothing to hesitate about.
Wishing Sprite. A girl invited me to join her group. But if I join, I'll have to do more than just sing.
There is no evidence that a song's impact is diminished by the performance that accompanies it.
Oh, you're right. I want to give it a try with them. I know we can bring joyful delusions to everyone. Wishing Sprite. We've posted so many videos, but it feels like no one listens to our songs or notices our performances.
Analysis. Online distribution is affected by many factors. Scans show your account's network environment is no different from the rest of New Eridu. And for now, there are no effective ways to optimize it.
Huh? I know that.
Hearing is a sensory channel that living beings cannot willingly shut off. And it depends only on the medium and the distance between the sound and the listener.
You mean go to the listeners in person and sing for them? But how can I? Like this. Alright, I'll try harder. And if that day really comes, will you come see my performance, Wishing Sprite?
Maybe.
So the Wishing Sprite is actually a gently guiding friend. Though that tone does sound a little familiar. But an intelligent entity this kind and patient can't possibly be the one public security is after, right? No. Stay alert. The intelligent entity that's driving constructs out of control might be exactly the type that's good at pretending to be harmless. But there's no evidence right now. Jumping to conclusions will only cloud my judgment.
See? The Wishing Sprite really is a good, reliable friend. Every time I listen to it, I feel a little more confident.
Right. It really does seem friendly. I'd probably trust it too. But since it's still a holo commission, you and Suna need to be extra careful.
I know! Once I'm done with the commission, I'll focus fully on getting ready for Gilded Carrot Day. You'll come see us, right, manager?
I come to 6th Street, I end up running into you, Belle. This must be fate.
Do you know each other?
I'm very close friends with Astra. But Ms. Cecilia, you and Astra know each other as well?
Sorry, as well doesn't quite apply here. I've known Miss Cecilia for a very, very long time. So long that back then, everyone called her by another name.
Astra.
Even someone as young as Belle must have heard it back then. Cersei.
Oh, what? I did think Ms. Cecilia looked a bit familiar, but... No wonder there's been all those rumors on internet lately about you making a comeback. Can I ask, why did you retire back then?
You know what? From my experience, every time I bump into the manager, something interesting and wonderful happens. The manager is a very reliable friend. She's the one who saved my performance last year on Gilded Carrot Day. Besides, she already knows the girls pretty well, right? Maybe she's the one who can help you untangle this knot in your heart. Why not give it a shot?
But honestly, it's not really a knot in my heart. Just a coward running away from their problems. The reason I retired is simple. I could no longer perform my songs. Maybe it was the PTSD from the Hollow disaster. And when facing my audience, in the wake of such a catastrophic calamity, I found it so hard to trust that my voice could actually heal them. I'm sorry, I think I got a bit off track there.
I see. So, what happened after that?
We found Aria. She stepped in as my vocal double and recorded for my last few shows. Anyway, without the Hollow disaster, none of it would have happened. But from the moment I made that decision, even if I still had a chance to be forgiven, that key is held only in Aria's hands. New Eridu does not need a disgraced singer who once used a vocal double, even if she was lucky enough not to be exposed. Nor does it need a coward who fled the stage, even if she was once praised far beyond what she deserved.
Well, if you ask me, instead of blaming yourself, you should be asking for her forgiveness. Now I have to go back and tell my dear friend that you rejected their invitation to the lighting ceremony. Am I hearing that right?
Yes.
All right then. I heard she's planning to approach that rising star Vesper as an alternative option. It's just, she's an actor who's an intelligent construct, and there have been several incidents lately of intelligent constructs losing control and injuring people.
Intelligent construct citizens losing control and injuring people? I've heard some things about it. Seems like it's connected to that intelligent entity suspect on the run, but I don't really know the details.
Whoa, so that's what's really going on. I knew you'd have all kinds of juicy gossip. No, since the victims from those incidents have more or less recovered, and public security doesn't want to cause a panic right before Gilded Carrot Day, none of this has attracted much attention. Though I disagree with making any assumptions. As the host of the Yearlight ceremony, my friend is doing her best to rule out any possible risks. It's only natural for her to be cautious.
They wouldn't really take the singer off the program over such a vague reason, would they?
No, they wouldn't. After all, she's an extremely talented singer and an outstanding employee of Topps Entertainment. And you know how it is. These things always have to take the sponsor's opinion into account. All right, if you're not going to be there, there's no point stressing over it. It's getting late. Belle lives on this street. What about you, Cece? Should I take you home?
Wait. Manager, you'll keep this between us, right? Over the past few years, both my voice and appearance have changed a lot. Aria's wondered about it before, but I always brushed it off. I still haven't figured out how to tell her the truth. But no matter what, I want her to hear it from me.
Okay, I promise I won't tell Arya about this. And I believe that once you're ready, you'll tell her yourself. Oh, about that wishing sprite you were worried about. I listened to what it said to Arya, and it actually sounded like a pretty reliable friend. But I'll keep an eye on it.
Thank you, Belle. You really are dependable. No wonder Astra and the girls trust you so much.
Why are you back so late? It's almost time to meet Jane. I thought you were gearing up to join Angels of Delusion for their Gilded Carrot Day debut.
It's because you ditched me and ran off first, and now you're saying I'm late? But about the wishing sprite. Arya was actually very honest. I only took a little longer because I ran into Astra on my way back.
You ran into Astra? I see. Looks like whatever happened back then will have to be settled by Cecilia and Arya on their own. But this wishing sprite, it almost sounds like... like a certain AI assistant.
Affirmative.
What do you mean by affirmative?
Affirmative. Based on the speaking style in the conversation Master relayed, there is a decent probability that the wishing sprite is, in fact, an advanced intelligent data entity.
All right. Fairy, so what you're saying is powerful AIs all talk like that? Then, if the wishing sprite really is an advanced AI, do you have any relevant information? Any suspects?
Even if you don't have anything for now, with your capabilities, looking into it shouldn't be difficult, right?
Negative. As an AI assistant, I always abide by the law and strictly follow New Eridu Civil Code. I do not, and will not, condone the unauthorized acquisition of citizens' personal information, or the invasion of their privacy in any form.
That's quite an irrefutable privacy protection statement. If it hadn't come from Fairy, it might have sounded a little more convincing.
Yeah, why don't you tell that to the HDD's previous firewall program? But as master, I've decided to respect Fairy's choice.
All right then. As the assistant manager, I respect the manager's decision. But still, considering the high-level intelligence data entity Fairy sensed in Logspring before, plus the wishing sprite and public security suspect, there's been a lot of unexpected situations involving intelligent entities lately. Is there even a connection between them? Or should we wait for Jane to get here and hear her out before we start analyzing?
Speaking of which, Fairy is being unusually strict about rules today. Could it be because a PubSec officer is visiting?
Little guy, are you really gonna say no to your top VIP customer? Long time no see, managers. I already gave you the rundown over the phone. to spare you any surprises, the client asked me to stop by and introduce you to this friend.
What kind of friend would surprise my brother and me? Huh? Are you two the owners of this place?
Huh?
Let's get down to business, Cecilia.
Huh? Oh! Sir, someone here apparently can't understand your very straightforward commission request. And that someone isn't me.
Greetings, Phaethon. I trust that Miss Jane Doe has already brought both my commission and my inept subordinate to you. Recently, there have been several incidents in the city where intelligent constructs have gone out of control and injured others. The culprit is suspected to be an unregistered, illegal intelligent entity. A few days ago, an intelligent construct public security officer was taken over by viral code and delivered a criminal threat to me, declaring that this year will be an unprecedented lighting ceremony for New Eridu.
But from what you've told us, there's no definite link between these incidents. So why merge them into a single investigation?
Good question. The construct citizens who lost control earlier had almost no connection to one another. But we discovered that while they were hijacked, they all displayed the same arrogant, mocking attitude, and their eyes showed an abnormal violet glow.
There are a lot of similarities among the victims. All right, you've convinced me. But this intelligent entity suspect's whole villain persona, why is it so on the nose?
Judging by its personality traits, that's true. But in terms of capability, its mobility far surpasses anything we've seen from past intelligent entities. After some complications, our tech team finally managed to track the suspect's whereabouts inside Lemnian Hollow. Given Wi-Fi's unusual circumstances, I need a proxy who understands both Lemnian Hollow and advanced intelligent entities. And you are the best fit.
Thanks for the briefing. But who are you exactly? We don't know your name or your title, and that doesn't seem to align with the citizens' right to be informed. And besides, that suspicious wishing sprite just recommended a Lemnian Hollow commission to Aria, and now we've received one too. That's yet another strange coincidence. Something is definitely off.
Exactly. As proxies, we're used to the other side keeping things vague. But since this commission comes from public security, that shouldn't be the case here.
According to regulations, I won't refuse a lawful request from a citizen. But for the sake of your sleep tonight, I suggest we discuss it when we meet. Gilded Carrot Day is just around the corner, and time is tight. I need you two to start the commission as soon as possible and help us locate or eliminate that intelligent entity. My subordinate will provide all necessary instructions and support. Thank you in advance for your cooperation in maintaining the city's order and assisting public security.
"17 whole lines! He said 17 whole lines, all coming out of my phone! I'm gonna have nightmares tonight."
That officer's subordinates tend to be a bit unconventional in their style. I've passed along the commission. I have other duties to attend to. So, I'll leave you managers and the case specialist with my wishes for a smooth job and hopefully a pleasant partnership.
Please don't touch anything. Whoa. Is this whole house really just for the two of you? Miss Public Security Officer, is there something wrong with our house? My brother and I always file our fire safety paperwork and business licenses on time. Public Security Officer? Where?
Are you asking us?
What I mean is, why are the two of you occupying 5 whole rooms on this street? And why are there so many screens? But with that many rooms, you really do need all these screens to keep an eye on everything. This case specialist. What is going on with her? She doesn't seem to think of herself as a public security officer at all.
Sorry, Miss Specialist. You've been wandering around our home for quite a while. Is there something else you wanted to say?
Well, here's the thing. As the case specialist responsible for this commission, I must confirm your level of cooperation and offer guidance you need. So, now, go make the best bed in the house ready for me. If the commission gets delayed, you two unregistered proxies won't be able to handle the consequences. So, you're planning to stay at our place? It makes absolutely no sense, but for some reason, I'm not even surprised.
That might not be a good idea. We only have 2 bedrooms.
Please? I'm begging you. I actually grew up in the outer ring, drifting around most of my life. I've never even slept on a proper couch before. I finally managed to find a job on my own, only to be exploited by a terrifying evil boss, running around all day, and I don't even get time to eat a boiled egg. If even you two, the prince and princess of this grand estate, won't take me in, then I'll be left to sleep on the streets yet again.
Wait, hold on. This request... Manager, it's up to you to decide.
You make it sound so miserable. If there's really no other way, Sissia, you can stay in my room tonight. I'll take my brother's room for tonight, and he can crash on the sofa for once, right?
That's fine. Like I said, the manager decides.
Thank you, you two kind souls. So the room upstairs on the left is mine now? Then you two follow the plan we settled on and get some rest. The specialist will now retire to her own room.